Welcome back to 100 Lies the God Culture Teaches About the Philippines. Today's lie concerns Tim's claims 6th century monk Cosmas Indicopleustes mapped the Garden of Eden in the Philippines. This claim is so important Tim mentions it in the introduction to every video in his Garden of Eden Revealed series.
And in 550, Cosmas, the Greek monk and merchant traveler who went to the Indies, wrote in Alexandria, Egypt, Africa, Christian topography, and he mapped paradise as the Philippines. That map was even published in the Greek edition of the Bible at one time.
This claim also appears in his book Garden of Eden Revealed, the Book of Maps.
The Bible once included an accurate map to the Garden of Eden in the Philippines. Cosmas' map on the earth once appeared in the Codex Sinaiticus Graecus 1186, now at St. Catherine's Monastery, Sinai. How far east? Cosmas left a map once in the Vatican Bible.
This claim is simply not true. Codex Sinaiticus Graecus 1186 and Vaticanus Graecus 699, which contain the text of Christian topography, are not Bibles. They only contain the text of Cosmas and nothing else.
Since several differences between the codices, in which the Christian topography is extant, have been mentioned, a few words should be written about the nature of these manuscripts. The oldest of them is the Vaticanus Graecus 699. It was written in uncial characters in the 9th century at Constantinople. It is currently kept at the Vatican Library. It only contains books 1 to 10. The other two extant codices are both from the 11th century. The Sinaiticus Graecus 1186 was written in Byzantine minuscules, probably in Cappadocia, and is now located in the library of St. Catherine's Monastery on the Sinai Peninsula. Of the three, this codex is the best preserved and contains books 1 to 12. The Laurentianus Plutini 928, also in minuscules, was probably written at either and monastery on Mount Athos and is now at the Laurentian Library at Florence. Like the Sinaiticus, it contains books 1 to 12. All three manuscripts provide us with a set of beautiful illustrations. Since these sets of drawings are very similar in all three codices, it is evident that they have been copied from a common source. In many instances the illustrations are alluded to in the text, so it is very probable that even the first edition was embellished with them, whether by Cosmas himself or by somebody at his request cannot be determined and is irrelevant.
Not only is there no map of Cosmas in any Christian Bible, but he also does not place the Garden of Eden in the Philippines. Cosmas does not believe the Garden of Eden is on the earth but is beyond the ocean on another earth. He says this several times.
We have said that the figure of the earth is lengthwise from east to west, and breadthwise from north to south, and that it is divided into two parts, this part which we, the men of the present day, inhabit, and which is all round encircled by the intermedial sea, called the ocean by the pagans, and the part which encircles the ocean, and has its extremities bound together with those of the heaven, and which men at one time inhabited to eastward, before the flood in the days of Noah occurred, and in which also paradise is situated. Men, strange to say, having crossed the ocean in the ark at the time of the deluge, reached our part of the earth and settled in Persian territory, where also the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat, having saved alive Noah and his sons, together with their wives, so that there were 4 pairs, and all the brute animals, 3 pairs of clean, but of wild only 1 poor bear. Yet if paradise did exist in this earth of ours, many a man among those who are keen to know and inquire into all kinds of subjects, would think he could not be too quick in getting there. The table itself is a type of the earth, and the loaves signify its fruits, and being 12 they are symbolic of the 12 months of the annual cycle. The 4 corners of the table signify the 4 tropics of the year, one occurring every 3 months. The waved border with which it is wreathed all round signifies the entire sea, or the ocean, as it is called by the pagans, and the crown which is round it indicates the earth that lies beyond the ocean where paradise is.
It cannot be any clearer that Cosmas thought the Garden of Eden was not on our earth and thus inaccessible. He absolutely did not chart it in the Philippines. Take a look at his map. The Garden of Eden is the long rectangle to the right of the map, separate from everywhere else. Cosmas does not locate the Garden of Eden on our earth but beyond the ocean on another earth. Tim might reply that Cosmas may have gotten it wrong, but he was right about paradise being in the east, and it was a gradual progression of learning about these locales that culminated in the voyage of Magellan. But that is wrong because Cosmas' cosmology is intimately tied to his explanation of the Bible, specifically the makeup of the tabernacle and its accoutrements. Paradise is beyond the ocean and not on our earth. To interpret the text otherwise is to misunderstand, misinterpret, and not take seriously what Cosmas has written. The claim that Cosmas Indicopleustes mapped the Garden of Eden in the Philippines is one more lie Timothy J. Schwab, who is the God Culture Teaches About the Philippines.